Taylor, first things first, are you able to give us an assessment on any damage to that shoulder?
Nah, it's something I don't really want to talk about right now. Think we should save that for another day. I'd rather just talk about Atlanta, the game we just had. So yeah.
What was your pregame like, and then obviously settled in after that first snap?
Yeah, it was exciting. Everything leading up to it was exciting. I've worked really hard for this for a long time, and first snap, fumble it. It's kind of hectic, but after that, I thought we moved the ball well. I thought we did. But just again, it's those red zone things that we got to figure out.
Alan said that he kept kind of looking in to check on you to make sure you, even with one arm, were still wanting to come back in. Is a part of that because you have been waiting for this day for so long?
I think there's a lot of things. That's one of them. Obviously, I want to be out there for those guys. Those guys are awesome, and they believe in me. So I wanted to give it my all for them, and I wasn't coming out of that game.
We talked to the guys in locker room afterwards, and they said they knew how tough you were, and kind of how much were you kind of glad that you were able to show it to them, kind of lay it out for them and kind of show them?
Yeah, it means a lot to me that they have the confidence in me, and that they know that I'm going to fight for them, and they did the same thing back. We didn't give up this game. We fought to the very end, and that's all you can ask from us. And again, we'll go back and look at film tomorrow and see what we messed up on, but the effort was there, obviously. It's just, again, those red zone mishaps that we've been having for the last several weeks that we just need to fix up.
Taylor, having that first drive being a long one, did that help you settle in, and what did it feel like to get that first touchdown pass?
Yeah,
it
was great. Again, obviously the fumbled snap, first play, it's not what you're looking for, but 16-play drive, 8 minutes off the clock, that's pretty much what we're trying to do, keep the ball out of their hands and go score. So it's kind of funny. It was Ian's first touchdown too, so we were kind of fighting for the ball there in the end zone, but I'll let him have that one. Hopefully I get one next week or so on, so we'll see.
What do you prove today?
Say again?
What do you think you proved today?
I don't know. Obviously, I feel like I proved that I'm a little tough. But other than that, I'm not really looking at anything like that. It was a hard loss. I felt we had the chances, and that's really what I'm thinking about right now.
Can you take us through that touchdown pass a little bit? Ian adjusted a bit at the end of his route, and then also you adjusted to get the ball up for him.
Yeah, it was. They played the play really well. We pulled a guard just in case someone was there. Van Roten did a good job picking him up, and then they covered our guy. So I was trying to extend the play as long as possible, and then I saw the linebacker with his head back to me, and saw Ian looking at me, so I was just going to give him a shot, and he made a great play.
Taylor, 53 pass attempts. It's, I think, the third most in Panthers history for a single game. What were your expectations coming into today as far as how often you'd be throwing the ball?
I don't know. We didn't really talk about that. We're just trying to win the game, and when you get down a certain amount of points late in the game, you just got to keep throwing it. So I think that has something to do with it.
Without going into the extent of your injury, just give us a sense for how much pain you were going through in the second half.
Yeah, it hurt. Obviously, had to go back in here, get some things done, but it's still hurting a little bit. But again, that's part of football. You get bruised up, you get hurt, but you play through it. So again, I was just trying to be there for the guys.
Cam show you anything in the last 3 weeks of how to carry yourself when you're in pain and how to play through things for your guy?
All year. Just watching him prepare, take care of his body the way he does. I've learned a lot from him, and specifically in the last 6-7 weeks, just seeing him rehab all the time and try and get to 100%. The meals he eats, he's fitting in film still and stuff like that. So he's a true professional, and I've learned a lot from him.
Taylor, part of the emotion that you feel, is that the culmination of a season that you didn't expect to turn out that way, and the general disappointment in the locker room from all the guys?
It's a combination of a lot of things. But again, this is our livelihood, this is our job, and we want to go out there and perform and win. And when you got 7 straight losses, it's tough. And all we want to do is win. So again, every week we just work hard, prepare to win, and it just hasn't worked out for us.
Before halftime, you guys were in that goal-to-go situation, looking to put some more points on. You had the interception. Can you just go through kind of what you're seeing on that play, and is that throw in particular the one you'd most like to have back?
Yeah, you know, I was rolling out right. Initially, Ian was covered, our under route was covered, and I saw Curtis pop open in the back of the end zone. And I thought I could just kind of stick it on him, and the ball was too low, got tipped, obviously got picked, but if I could have it back, just give it a little bit more air, and I thought we had an easy touchdown.
Taylor, what was your thought process, obviously, when you take that hit to your elbow, you're writhing around on you waited so long to get your first start, and then to have that injury, just how were you feeling in that moment?
It was kind of like a deja vu from last year. Christmas Day, you know, Houston throws me in there and moving the ball, and then next thing you know, I'm out. And I wasn't going to let that happen again. I couldn't, you know, waited too long, worked too hard, and you know, that's all I wanted to do was go out there and play. And, you know, I've been waiting a long time, and I felt like we were doing well. And I know you didn't ask about him, but Kyle Allen did a great job coming in, stepping up. You know, he's had a roller coaster every year, being at home for a month and a half, just like I was last year, and he comes in, goes 4 for 4. So, you know, that just compliments Cam, you know, preparing us throughout the week, and that's all I can say about that.
Do you feel like you were able to show today what your ability is quarter over quarter, or do you think the injury kind of maybe affected how much you could do?
And I'm not really thinking about that, honestly. Again, you go back and look at the film, we moved the ball pretty well. It's just those red zones. But again, we'll look at it, we'll get better from it, and we'll move on.
The celebration that the quarterbacks do after a touchdown, you've done that a couple dozen times as a backup. What was it like doing it as the starter with Cam kind of coming at you?
Honestly, forgot about it. I was so excited, congratulating all the guys, and I was exhausted. You know, eight-minute drive, 16 plays, kind of running around a little bit. So, as you can see, I didn't really jump too high when I did it, but it was cool. It was cool. He was super pumped, and it's cool to see that.
I saw the touchdown celebration, the shoulder tap, point to the sky. You said you were going to do that for your dad if you got the opportunity. To have that opportunity, can you speak to how that felt for you?
That was great. It's been a long time. Obviously in preseason, got to do it a couple times, but you know when it really counts against a home team. I grew up watching the Falcons a lot, so it was cool. It was cool. You know, one of the coolest moments I've had.
You said earlier in the week, empty seat that Panthers left open for your dad with the shirt there. If so, is that, I mean, did you know about that?
Sorry, say that one more time.
The empty seat there that the Panthers left for your dad, is that something you knew about coming in, or?
No, you know, I was kind of just scrolling through Instagram on my way, walking over, and I saw it, and I thought it was really cool. Had a lot of friends from home that knew my dad, was texting me about it. It was a really nice gesture that they did, and you know, I really appreciate that.
You said earlier in the week you didn't know how you were going to feel when you came out of the tunnel as a starter. Give me a sense for what was going through you when you came out there.
I was excited. I just wanted to start. I just wanted the first first snap to go. Again, waking up at 8 in the morning, knowing that you're not going to take your first nap for 5 hours. Yeah, just waiting around all day. I was just ready to go.
Will last night?
Oh yeah.
Anything that you've had happen to you today that will keep you from playing next week?
I'm not going to answer that right now. We have to ask coach.
Taylor, talk about how you and Cam both being Georgia boys and Georgia products playing against a team from Atlanta that you grew up watching. Tell me how your first start being against a team like.
Yeah, it's cool. You know, me and Cam being from kind of the same area in itself is cool. But again, coming and get my first start against Atlanta, division opponent. You know, obviously he hates them. He sees them 2 times a year. So it was exciting. It was really exciting. The whole week was cool.
Right now, how much are you drawing on the conversations you have with your father after losses as opposed to after wins? Because I think you would learn more off of a defeat than off a victory.
Well, I can tell you, if he was here right now, he would be trying to get in here and tell me how proud he is of me. So, you know, that's all I need. So, I know he's watching. So it was a special day.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.